Hey, so your supply grill is dripping water or even has some fungal growth? The good news is there's usually one common cause and it's pretty simple to understand and repair. If you think of your home, you have an interior controlled air space, right, with a relatively low temperature and relatively low humidity level. Your attic space is a much higher temperature and a much higher relative humidity level. If there's a breach in the diaphragm, i.e. your ceiling, anywhere in there, it can cause a clash of temperatures, create condensation, and even if it's microscopic, on a very small breach, you can even have microscopic moisture, which attracts dust particles and lint and things like that, and therefore you get growth. Sometimes in a more severe breach, like maybe there was a worker in the attic that damaged a supply boot. And if you can go in the attic and take a look at those locations, especially if you've got one or two throughout your house, that doesn't necessarily say you have a global problem. It means you have a local problem. So go in the attic and take a look. Sometimes it's a simple damage thing that you can put back in place and seal. You can also add gaskets between the supply grill on the interior, and that just requires 2 screws, lefty-loosey, piece of cake. Pull those out and add gasketing where that touches the ceiling, and that will help maintain that separation from the very hot moisture air in the attic to the relatively lower moisture and temperature on the interior conditioned space. So it's actually pretty simple. Now there can be other causes, and you're probably going to have to call out a professional if it's anything more than that. Somebody with infrared camera, somebody that might be able to measure airflow and other psychrometrics within the house. But good news is the number one common cause is just that simple breach in the diaphragm, and you can fix a lot of these yourself or even hire a handyman on some of these simple things. So hey, if you thought this was useful, click on some other videos while you're here and check us out.